Mayapur. This is an important island out of the 9. Why? Because here in Navadwip, the process for attaining Krishna or Lord Gauranga is Smaranam. So this is very, very important. It's just like if you ask a Christian, what does it mean to be religious to you, sir? What he will say? He will say, to be a Parka Christian means to accept that Jesus Christ died on the cross so that our sins can be redeemed. That is a creed. If you ask, that you can ask that question, you can ask anyone in India or in America, you get the same question. That Jesus loved people so much that he allowed himself to die so that they can be saved. And then if you ask a Muslim, what does it mean to be religious, you get a different answer. The answer that you will get, whether in India or America or UK, is that to be a Parka Muslim, you must accept that there is only Allah, there is no other God. All others, Krishna, Ram, they were just prophets. Only Allah is God, isn't it? And that Muhammad is the last prophet. Also, you must do 6 prayers, namaz a day. Judaism also, they have their own way of being religious. You observe the Sabbath, you don't cook on Saturday, you eat cold food. And you have to follow the festivals, Jewish festivals like the Shofar, Yom Kippur. Of course, there are no Jews in India, you may not know. But that's how they consider a person religious. Now you ask Hare Krishna, what does it mean to be religious according to Hare Krishnas? What does it mean to be Krishna conscious? You get many answers, isn't it? Isn't it? Who can tell me? Yes? Yes, he is right. There is Smarana. Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. So that comes from Bhagavad Gita. Yam yam vapi smaran bhava. Whatever state of being one will be at the time of death, to that he will attain, and whoever will remember me alone certainly will attain my nature. So our process is smarana, to always remember Krishna. And then other processes, vandanam, they come after when we have perfected smaranam. So this is the best place to enhance that process of smaranam. I know it's not easy. Some of you are here, you are on the phone in Mumbai, you want to know what's happening in Mumbai. Some of you are at home in St. Petersburg in Russia, in Moscow, in Shanghai, in many places where you come from. So this can rob you of remembering Krishna at this holy place. So when we come to Mayapur, we should switch off from our connection with places where we come from.
Because our mind will always be there, not here. Isn't it? You are here, but your mind is in work. That's not good smaranam. That's nervous. You won't get the real meaning, you won't get the real smaranam. You should switch off your phones. Don't connect, talk to New York or London or Tokyo while here. You just put your hand to this holy place or these holy places that we are visiting. And then your mind will absorb the holy dam. How many of you have been to Braj Mandal here? Many, not so many. Huh? Those who have not been, you should try. It's more for fun than this. It's 1 month, more fun. You travel from Krishna Bhatt.
Gokul. So when you enter Gokul, if you have switched off your phone from wherever you come from, you will be totally full of Krishna. Because every day you hear what Krishna Balaram did in this place, what happened here, and then your mind become absorbed. This is my experience in Vrindavan. Some years ago, after we finished Braj Mandal, I saw some Matajis crying. The last day, I asked them, Matajis, why are you crying? They said, Maharaj, now we are feeling sad that we have to go back to London, we have to go back to Delhi. We are hearing about Krishna every day. Now we are feeling sad to leave Vrindavan. I said, Matajis, you are very lucky because Krishna has stolen your heart. Krishna has stolen your hearts. Through your hearing and remembering Krishna, now you are feeling separation from Vrindavan. Others go to Vrindavan, Lord Bazaar, they buy a nice t-shirt. I lost my heart in Vrindavan. While you're carrying your heart to London and talk in New York, I lost my heart in Vrindavan. But really, losing your heart can come through Smaranam. When you remember Krishna constantly, you will feel something. Even here, if you constantly remember how Gonita performed wonderful pastimes here, when you go back to Mayapur, you will feel something. Oh, I'm missing Parikrma. So this is the success of Parikrma. This is the benefit of performing Parikrma, that when we leave, we feel separation from these holy places. Yes, so this is a trick. If you want more than that, you should go on Braj Mandal, and you will feel that Krishna has stolen your heart. So leave your heart in this Goda Dham. When you leave this place, your heart should remain here. You should feel that I've lost my heart in Navadwip. Navadwip Mandal Parikrma ke, Shishigonita ke. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. You go to Braj Mandal Parikrma, you lose your heart, you lose your shoes, you lose your bag, you lose a lot of things. Guaranteed. But before you go to Braj Mandal Parikrma, recommended first of all you do the Navadwip Parikrma. Jiva Goswami was going to Vrindavan, but they wouldn't let. They said, no, first you come here, you be here in Mayapur, and Lord Nityananda personally took him around Navadwip Dham to see all the places of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you come on Navadwip Dham Parikrma, then you're more qualified to enter into Braja. We need to approach Krishna, to understand Radha and Krishna, we have to go through Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya. So it's very important. First you come here in Mayapur and then you can go to Braja. So on the other side of the road there, that was Puskar. Generally we know Puskar people in India. If you say I went to Puskar, they'll say, oh, Rajasthan, right? Near Ajmer, there's one, this Pushkar. And Pushkar is famous. People know this is the place where you worship Brahma. You go to offer, there's only, it said, there's only one temple of Brahma, and that's at Pushkar. And there's a nice Leela about this, how Lord Brahma only has one temple. It's described that on one occasion Brahma was doing yagya, taking part, some sacrifice. The Brahmanas were doing some yagya for him, and it came to the auspicious time, and his wife was supposed to come. So, you know, women, they take their own time, right? Married men know about this. The women, you know, they take a little longer than the men usually. So Brahma was waiting, and the Brahmanas were becoming anxious that your wife has to come. Now is the time. You know, auspicious time. There's things like Rahukala, inauspicious times. You don't begin activities during time of Rahukala. Wait for the auspicious time. So the auspicious time for the yagya was coming to an end. His wife had not come yet. When they do the yagya, husband has to sit with the wife. Just like we'll hear Lord Ramachandra, he has to sit with his wife. But Sita, she had gone back to the earth. So what did Lord Rama do? He doesn't want to take a second wife because Lord Rama was Ekapadni Vrat. He taken a vow, only one wife. So he has to do the yagya. He had a deity of Mother Sita made. And every time he'd do a yagya, the deity would sit by his side, representing his wife. So Brahma is sitting, trying to do this yagya, and the Brahmanas are saying, "Where's your wife? Where's your wife?" And the wife is saying, I'm coming. Just wait, just now coming. You know. So then they said, look, time is almost up. What are you going to do? So here's another girl. Take this girl for the wife. She can be the wife also. You can have another wife. So this girl, Gayatri, right? Gayatri. She was not so high class to be accepted as the wife. So what they passed her through the cow. Gayatri. Yatra, right? We're doing yatra. So Gai, the cow. They passed the girl through the cow. So she came out Gayatri. So then she's purified. And she sits with Brahma. She's like his wife. So then, after they did the yagya, then his wife came. Is the original wife. Which one? Saraswati. Saraswati, right? So Saraswati comes. Oh, yagya already done. Who's this girl? What's she doing sitting with you? That's the wife. Oh, you taking another wife, is it? You can't wait for me. So she's not very happy. She put the curse. I curse you. You will only be worshipped in one place. So that place is Pushkar. So people worship Brahma. They want to worship Brahma. They go to that place, Pushkar. So Pushkar, it's like a holy place. It's a tirtha. And Brahma is worshipped there. Other people, other temples may also be there. But Brahma only at that one place. So in the Satya Yuga, we're told there was a Brahmana. He was going to visit all the different holy places around India. And he came to Navadwip Dham. And when he was in Navadwip Dham, he had a dream. He had a dream that you should just stay here in Navadwip Dham. It's such a wonderful place. It's so holy. So many saintly people are here. You just stay here in Navadwip Dham. Don't go any other place. So he stayed here, and gradually, he came to old age, and he was still here in Navadwip Dham. But within his mind, he was thinking that actually he really wanted to go to Pushkar, that he wanted to see Pushkar Tirtha. Originally, when he was going to visit holy places, he had that idea, but he came to Navadwip, and he got so absorbed in Navadwip that he forgot about Pushkar. But then in his old age, he started to remember that I never went to Pushkar. I should have gone to Pushkar. So then it happened that he had another dream. And in the dream, he was given the instruction that actually this lake over here, this is Pushkar. That place over there in Rajasthan, that is just some expansion of this place here in Navadwip Dham. Pushkar resides eternally in Navadwip Dham. The Dham is an eternal place. At the time of the devastation, this place is not annihilated. What happens? In Brihad Bhagavatamrita, one explanation is given. At the time of devastation, the holy Dham, all the other places are destroyed, but the holy Dham becomes invisible and then enters into Goloka in the spiritual world. Krishna can do these things. Just as Krishna's body is eternal and spiritual, the holy Dham is eternal and spiritual. It is not subject to birth and death. It doesn't become devastated at the time of the dissolution of the universe. It's eternal. And Krishna arranges for this place to become invisible and then enter into Goloka. So the Brahmana had the dream that this is the original Tirtha. This is actually Pushkar. And he was told, the personification of Pushkar appeared to him and told him, you bathe one time in that lake, you get the benefit of bathing at that other Pushkar. You have to bathe 100 times to get the benefit you get from bathing once in the waters of Pushkar here. So this is the holy Dham, this place, Pushkar. All the holy places are here in Navadwip Dham. And we're seeing them. If we don't, some places we don't know where they are, they haven't been revealed to us yet. We're still researching, we're still rediscovering. Just like when the Goswamis went to Vrindavan, they didn't know where Radhakund was. Lord Chaitanya had to come there personally and show them in the middle of the rice field, this is Radhakund. And Lord Chaitanya began to take bath in the middle of the rice field. The people were wondering, what's going on? What's he doing? But Lord Chaitanya was in ecstasy. He knew, this is Radhakund. And then later on, Raghunath Das Goswami could have the nice bathing ghats made there in Radhakund and Shamakund. So similarly here in Navadvip, there are many holy places which have still to be discovered. The devotees from Mayapur are working on that. They go out regularly, they get knowledge, they find out about different things. Just like later on we will go to Champahati and we will see Vanina's deities, Gorgadharhar. They were found by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's disciples, and they told it Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and he immediately came and they arranged to get possession of those deities. They must have maybe paid some money for them. Now again they re-established the worship of Gorgadar are there at Champahati. Original deities of Vaninath, who was an associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like that, there are many holy places, there are deities, and they're still waiting for us to discover them. So this is one reason why we come out on Parikrama, that we can know more, we can discover more about the holy places. So Pancharatna Prabhu is ready. He's going to present the drama for us.
We need to clear this area. If the devotees with chairs, if they don't mind moving one side or the other, and these devotees, if you can move back a bit, we need a bit more, 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 a bit more. You're not yet there. You're not yet there. Keep going, keep going. Hare Krishna. We got to clear this area. This is the stage. This is the stage for the drama of Pushkar, presented by the students. The chairs, if we can move the chairs over a bit, Mahamantra, if you could move it over, away from the stage. This is a presentation by the students of the Bhaktivedanta Academy. Hare Krishna. But I will need someone either to hold this microphone for me. Okay. Do you need both microphones? Okay. Anyway, I need somebody to hold this microphone. Hare Krishna. During Satya Yuga, there was a Brahmin called Devadas. He left his house and started traveling to take darshan of all the holy places. But he was particularly interested in seeing Pushkar Tirtha in western India. Before reaching Pushkar, his travels took him to Navadwip. While he was in Navadwip, he took rest. He had a dream in which he heard that he should stay in Navadwip. He was told that by staying in Navadwip, he would gain great eternal wealth. According to that instruction, Devadas stayed in Navadwip and built a kutir at this place and lived here until his old age. He became so old that he could hardly walk around anymore. But during this time, he again developed a great desire to go and have darshan of Pushkar Tirtha. But now, unable to walk, he felt very sad and started to cry, saying, "I'll not get the chance to have darshan of Pushkar Tirtha in this life." By seeing his situation, Tirtharaj, Pushkar, became merciful and appeared in the form of a Brahmin. He said, "Oh, Brahmin, please don't cry. Just see this beautiful pond in front of you. By taking bath once in this pond, you will have darshan of Pushkar Tirtha." And the Brahmin left. Devadas was inspired and said, "Yes, perhaps it's true." And he went to take bath in that pond. As soon as he took his bath, he received transcendental vision and saw Pushkar Tirtha in front of him. He cried and wept, "Pushkar, so much trouble to come for so far away to give me darshan. I am such a lowly person. But Pushkar replied, Oh, most fortunate Brahmin, please listen. I've not come from very far. I reside here, eternally, in this Navadwip Dham. It's just my expansion that I manifest another form in Western India. Whatever result you achieve by taking bath there 100 times, you will take and get that benefit here just once. Therefore, anyone who develops a desire to go to other tirthas, leaving Navadwip Dham, must be a great fool and rogue! Dear Vipra, dear Vipra, dear Vipra, I'd like to tell you something very confidential. Soon, great happiness will manifest here. In the house of Sachi Devi, Lord Gora Sundar will appear and distribute love of Godhead to everyone abundantly. He will dance and perform Sankirtan with all the devotees. He'll make the whole universe float in the flood of prema. Oh, Devadas, whoever resides here will achieve the lotus feet of Gaura Hari. So, stay here and perform Gauranga Bhajan. You will attain the darshan of Sri Gauranga along with all his associates. And then he disappeared. Pushkar disappeared. But the Brahmin remained and heard from the sky, Oh, Vipra, you will appear again during the manifested pastime of Lord Gauranga and swim in the ocean of Gaur Kirtan Prem. Thank you. And thank you to the students of the Bhaktivedanta Academy. Haribol. So, I didn't get their names. Who are you? Are
Tukaram,
Tukaram,
Ramana,
Ramana,
Haritosh,
Haritosh. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Guys, give them a big hand. Haribol, Haribol. They're following in my footsteps. They had exactly 5 minutes practice. And they did such a great job. Haribol!
Okay, we're going on. We're going on to Panchaveni, and we'll have breakfast there before we go to Navadwip. Guru Puja will be at Panchaveni.
Gaura 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 Hare Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadishadarine Namaste Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gadadhara Vivashadi Gaura Bhakta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Gaura 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 Hare, Hare Gaura 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 Hare, Gaura Gaura, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Oh Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare, Oh Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare, Patita Pavana Gaura Hare, Patita Pavana Gaura Hare, Nadiya Bihari Gaura Hare, Oh Nadiya Bihari Gaura Hare, Vishnu Priya Pranadhana Gaura Hare, Hari Vishnu Priya Pranadhana Gaura Hare, Oh Gaura 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 Hare, Hare 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 Gaura 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 Hare, Hare Sai Gauranga Gaura Hare, Hare Sai Gauranga Gaura Hare, Hare Sai Gauranga Gaura Hare, Hare Gaura 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 Hare, Hare Gaura 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 Hare, Oh Gauranga Nityananda Gaura Hare, Hare Gauranga Nityananda Gaura Hare, Oh Gauranga Nityananda Gaura Hare, Hare Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hare, Hare Gaura 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 Hare, Hare Gaura 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 Hare, Hare Gaura 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 Hare, Hare Gaura 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, नदिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजन, पतियाचे नाम हट जीवे राकारा, नदिया गोद्रु पतियाचे नाम हट जीवे राकारा, नदिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजन, पतियाचे नाम हट जीवे राकारा, नदिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजन, पतियाचे नाम हट जीवे राकारा, श्रद्धावन जन है श्रद्धावन जन, श्रद्धावन जन है श्रद्धावन जन, ओ श्रद्धावन जन है श्रद्धावन जन, श्रद्धावन जन है श्रद्धावन जन, ओ नदिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजन, पतियाचे नाम हट जीवे निराकारा नदिया गोद में नित्यानंद महाजन का दिया जना महद जीवे रखा प्रभु राय गए भाई मांगिए भिक्षा प्रभु आए गए भाई मांगिए भिक्षा प्रभु राय गए भाई मांगे भिक्षा प्रभु आए भाई भाई मांगिए भिक्षा बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा ओ नदिया गोद में नित्यानंद महाजन पतिया से नाम हट जीवे रखारा अपराध शून्य होए लहो कृष्ण नाम अपराध शून्य होए लहो कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण ओ कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण ओ नदिया गोद में नित्यानंद महाजन पतिया से नाम हट जीवे रखारा नित्यानंद महाजन पतिया से नाम हट जीवे रखारा नदिया गोद में कृष्ण संसार करो छड़िया नचार कृष्ण संसार करो छड़िया नचार जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्व धर्म सार ओ जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्व धर्म सार ओ नदिया गोद में नित्यानंद महाजन पतिया से नाम हट जीवे रखारा ओ नदिया गोद में नित्यानंद महाजन पतिया से नाम हट जीवे रखारा नदिया गोद में हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 ओ हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओ हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे राम ओ हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण बोलिए बोलिए हरे राम 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 ओ हरे कृष्ण Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki. So we are in the land of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Please let's chant with our heart. Krishna Prem is here waiting for you. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama. Louder, louder. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Everybody chant, everybody. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chal Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, with your heart, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Jai, Jai. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Guru Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Prabhupada Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please come to the left. Don't stay on the right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Bolo Bolo, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Darshan Pranam outside. Pranam outside, please come. Can you come up here? Blocking the way from over there. Stay there. Don't wait inside. Prabhu, you have inside. Please come, come, come. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare का परम हंस परिवर्तक के कार्य सरस्वती कुमार भगवान इसको बोलो चले जगह कैसी बात करें तो स्वयं भगवान के हमने बोले भाई हम कार्य सीधा
একটু পিছনে নিয়ে আসুন। Hare Krishna. Now there will be a class. After the class, prasadam. Prasadam, prasadam, prasadam. All the devotees. We request all the devotees to come for the class. अरे तू पीछे ने माइक का देवा अरे माइक का देवा अरे बस ओखने ठाक ओखने ठाक हां खुले दे खुले दे They know that. They know.
सीधे खुशा कर देना यही काज कर दी
Hare Krishna. All the devotees are requested to come for the class because prasadam has not yet reached. Please come for the class.
Devotees have great enthusiasm for prasadam. Some were already sitting.
तो बोला जाए एक बार आप कौन सा अंदर ही रहोगे कार क्वेश्चन तो नाम है जिनको सीधे तुझे होना चाहिए अरे भैया बड़ा इंटरनल कॉर्ड बड़े बड़े गाड़ी निकले क्या
So on the way here, after Pushkar, we passed Kurukshetra. So from Bhagavad Gita, we know Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra. Right? So Kurukshetra is also Dharma Kshetra.
Kshetra is famous for two things. One is for the speaking of the Bhagavad Gita, which we all know. We always think of Kurukshetra Bhagavad Gita. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita there. But it's also famous for Rath Yatra. Right, Rath Yatra. So the pastime goes that when there was a solar eclipse, Lord Krishna came from Dwarka and he brought his whole family. All the 8 principal queens and his mother and father, Vasudeva and Devaki, and so many others, they all came. Lord Krishna wanted to observe the solar eclipse. When the solar eclipse is there, it said one should give charity after that, because it's not very auspicious, eclipses. They're not auspicious. So therefore, to counteract the inauspiciousness, we do yajna and give charity. And the best place to do these things is in a holy place. It's even more powerful when you, of course, Lord Krishna, wherever Lord Krishna is, it's a holy place. But still, he came from Dwarka all the way to Kurukshetra. And Lord Krishna, of course, has another reason to come to Kurukshetra. And that reason was he wanted to meet with the gopis. Because Lord Krishna knew he hadn't seen the gopis for so long time. So he sent a message to Vrindavan, and he told Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda that, bring the gopis, come to Kurukshetra. I'm coming there also. We can all meet together again. The cowherd boys, the gopas, they didn't get to come. They got left behind. Why? Well, because they got to go the last time. When Krishna went to Mathura for the wrestling match, when Akrura had come there to Vrindavan to bring Krishna from Vrindavan to Mathura, Kamsa had arranged, Kuvala Pida, the elephant, and the wrestling match, and it was all arranged. Kamsa was trying to kill Krishna. At that time, when they heard wrestling match was arranged, then Nanda Maharaj came with the cowherd boys. All the cowherd boys got to come then. So, next time it's the gopis' turn. Last time, when the cowherd boys went to Mathura, gopis had to stay back. You have to stay back, Matajis. You have to milk the cows, take care of the children, and do all the chores. But Krishna coming to Kurukshetra said, this time it's the gopis' turn to come. Cowherd boys, they can stay back, take care of the cows. So Kurukshetra is very special. It's the only place outside of Vrindavan where you find Radha and Krishna together. So it's a very special, holy place. Of course, sometimes people, they interpret these things just like Prabhupada tells us. Some people say, 5 Pandavas, this is the 5 senses, and Kurukshetra, this is the body. And they try to give some interpretation of all these things. They don't understand the real significance of these places. This Kurukshetra is actually a very holy place, and it has been a holy place for millions of years. Since the beginning, Lord Brahma also comes here and performs sacrifice. So, very special place, Kurukshetra. So, Krishna came there with the cowherd boys and the gopis, not with the gopis, not the cowherd boys. They came to Kurukshetra. But when the gopis saw Krishna at Kurukshetra, they were not very much happy, because Kurukshetra was like a military camp. So many elephants and soldiers and chariots, everything, like a big city. It was not very pleasing to them. They were coming from Vrindavan, Vrindavan, nice pastures and many cows, the river Yamuna, Govardhan Hill, peacocks and parrots, monkeys also. But Kurukshetra, not like Vrindavan. And they saw also Krishna, also not quite the same. Because Krishna had gone to Dwarka and he'd married, he'd accepted all his wives, and he'd come back from Dwarka there to Kurukshetra. You know, sometimes you see the man, maybe you're from the village, and the man goes off to the city, you know, and then when they come back, you know, how they become changed, right? Different, they're not the same anymore. So the gopis, they saw Krishna, and they thought, what? This is Krishna? This is not the Krishna we like. We like Krishna with the peacock feather in his hair and playing the flute. We like to see Krishna there in Vrindavan, on the banks of the Yamuna and around Govardhan Hill with the cows. But this Krishna coming from Dwarka, this is different Krishna. He's got his queens, some nice clothes, opulent dress, but this is not the way we like Krishna. We want, therefore, to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan. So, this is Rath Yatra, bringing Krishna back to Vrindavan. So from Kurukshetra, the gopis had that mood. Let us take Krishna back to Vrindavan, because then we can actually be fully satisfied and we can be with the real Krishna, the Krishna we know. It is said Krishna in Dwarka is perfect. Krishna in Mathura is more perfect. Krishna in Vrindavan is most perfect. So the gopis, they brought Krishna back to Vrindavan. And this is the mood of Rath Yatra, bringing Krishna to Vrindavan. And therefore every year Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would personally take part in Rath Yatra and dance in ecstasy. And he had that mood of bringing Krishna, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had Radha Bhav, was exhibiting Radha Bhav, and his mood was bringing Krishna back to Vrindavan. So that's something about Kurukshetra. Maybe Dhira Damodar Maharaj would like to add something more. We also have Panchaveni over here, so you could speak about Ganges. There are 5 rivers actually, but we know much more about Ganga.
Nam Vishnu Pade Krishna Prasai Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityananda Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravan Pacharina Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastacharya Desacharina Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhaktavrana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Kurukshetra Dham ki. Before we say something about Kurukshetra, we should be careful with how we are reciprocating with Tulsi Devi. Many people are putting their feet to Tulsi Devi, and we're putting also our shoes right before her. It is not good, it's an offense. Let us be careful. Parikrma is a very purifying system of bhakti. So get purified, you have to follow the etiquette. So we have respect for Tulsi Devi. She is present here to give us a success in our parikrma, so we should respect her. Now we look back to Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra, while the external things are going on, all the external things, what are the external things in Kurukshetra? Fighting, mystic powers being displayed, arrows, horses, chariot, elephant, soldiers. No, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about Kurukshetra 5,000 years ago. So while all these things were going on, and Krishna had come from Dwarka with the queens, and the gopis also came from Vrindavan, and they mixed. So the two things were going on simultaneously. That is Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra has external activities and also the internal activities. They go on simultaneously. Those who have eyes will see the internal, and those who don't have the eyes will always see the externals. So apart from the fighting that was going on, here is Kurukshetra, Dwarka Basis and Vrindavan, Brajabasis, they all mixed together. What else was going on? What else? Only fighting? What else was going on? Okay, Bhagavad Gita was spoken. Very good. The interest of the gopi is trying to meet Krishna. Very good. What else?
Lesson for future.
Okay, Bhagavad Gita is a lesson for the future. Good. Ratha Yatra, the beginning of Ratha Yatra. Krishna met his parents. Thank you very much. Come and take this guy. In the middle of all the external things going on, the queens of Krishna, they came to Draupadi submissively, without pride. They are Krishna's queens. Krishna's queens are expansions of gopis in Vrindavan, all the expansions, because the gopis were feeling space of separation from Krishna when he went to Dwarka. So Yogmaya expanded all the gopis and sent them to Dwarka. So they are not ordinary queens, ordinary people. They have Krishna directly as a husband. With all their exalted position, the queens, they came to Draupadi and said, with obeisances, full obeisances they offered. Dear Draupadi, you are superior to all of us. We have one husband, and we are finding it difficult to please him. You have relationship will be very dry. It is not because you are so devotional, it is because we miss the mellow. Because you are missing it, the juice of bhakti is not coming out. So when Krishna is performing passing, so many things happen also automatically. Krishna brought the queens to come and glorify Draupadi. And they did. They approached her in a secluded place. They took her when you want something very confidential. It is done with humility. This is what Krishna requested we should approach a guru with humility. They exhibited this in practice. And what did Draupadi do? Very proud. Just see, all the queens are taking my shelter. No, she didn't see herself like that. She only saw that, hey, this is a wonderful opportunity for me to do service. In Bhagavatam, Lord said, they told us, Mahatya Baru Mahu Pumuktes. A service rendered to a pure devotee is the gateway for liberation. So Draupadi saw herself like this. This is a chance for me to become freed. Although she's already freed. But because they are here to teach us the process of bhakti, she very, very humbly explained and taught them how to deal with a husband. If you want to have a successful Krishna conscious marriage, learn it from Draupadi. Hare Krishna.
Interesting, I want to give a comment on this. One lady wrote to me, one young woman wrote to me that she was having difficulty with her married life. So I had found a section in the Mahabharata which describes the quality of Draupadi and how Draupadi, all the things she did to serve her husband. So I copied it out, sent it to her, and said, why don't try to be like Draupadi? She wrote back to me, she said, I'm not Draupadi. Quite difficult to follow Draupadi's example. Okay, I'd like to introduce a disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who's come with us. His name is Vasu Thakur. He's going to speak to us on the glories of Mother Ganga. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Because the Prabhupada disciples, sometimes they come on Parikrma and they get a special treatment. They get to eat prasadam in a nice place and extra sweets and whatever. So, but also they have to contribute a little bit by having Krishna Katha. So, hopefully, what I'll speak will be touching to you. So this morning I was reflecting when we were at the remembrance place that to put the three together, the remembrance part of Krishna consciousness and the Ganges River, and put them together, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that I spoke this knowledge of the Gita before. So many times in Prabhupada's books, Krishna says, I'm going to tell you about this yoga that you're asking, but I already spoke before a long time ago to this group of sages and other places. So that's a sign that Krishna is remembering us. So with the Ganges River, also the knowledge of Krishna consciousness not only comes back long time ago, repeats itself, but it travels also throughout the material universe. It sometimes goes from one planet to another, goes from one stage to another. For an example of this is the Ganges River was utilized by the Kumaras. One time the Kumaras, they felt thirsty to get new knowledge. So they were in Satya Yuga and they decided to take the river of the Ganges as a traveling agent. And they went from Satya Yuga all the way down to the lower planets, Patala Loka or even lower. And there they contacted Lord Sankarshan, and they received transcendental knowledge from Lord Sankarshan, or Ananta. And then they came up from the river Ganges to the middle planetary system, and they gave this knowledge to some sages. I think it was Sandilya Muni, and then he gave the knowledge to Parasara Muni, the father of Vyasadeva, and then he gave the knowledge to Vyasadeva. And the sage Maitreya was a friend of Vyasadeva, so he received that knowledge also. And then in the Bhagavatam we hear that Maitreya Muni reveals that knowledge to Vidura. So that part of the Bhagavatam is actually coming from the Kumaras, the Kumar Sampradaya. But they utilize the Ganges as a traveling agent. So so the knowledge is always there. Sometimes it's forgotten, sometimes it's reawakened. Some different incarnation come and he reawaken the knowledge, explain it in a different way. So always Krishna is always present. Like even now Krishna is present. And one of the main quality of Krishna, the first one, before even the 6 opulences of Krishna, is that Krishna is conscious. Krishna has consciousness, and therefore we all have consciousness also. Without that, then we'll be like a bunch of Buddhists with in the nirvana with no knowledge. So that brings to the conclusion that actually Krishna is always remembering us, and he always trying to help us. So that we should all feel fortunate that even us right now, why we're here is because Krishna in particular, individually, every one of us, he remembered us and he brought us back to devotional life. So basically, it's like a parcel at the post office. You can go on the internet and track the parcel. Okay, the parcel now is over here, now it was going to go over there, now it's over there, now it's over there, the parcel's over here, then the parcel is coming. So Krishna is tracking us like a parcel. As soon as we do a little bit devotional service, then we're connected to Krishna and he's tracking us. Oh, my devotee is now over there and he's doing this in this lifetime, and my devotee is now over there doing this in this lifetime. And later on he'll be over there and I'll grab him and bring him closer. So I don't know if I can make myself understood, but the point I want to drive home is that Krishna has compassion for us, and it is said that the material creation is actually a pastime of Krishna. In which sense is that Krishna could have created the material world perfect, without miseries. Everything's fine. They want to enjoy, let them enjoy, without disturbance. No problem. But he didn't do that, because if he had done that, we would never go back to God and we'll stay here forever. But he puts miseries. That's the pastime that he intervenes. He wants to make a quick shortcut coming back to him. So when we experience like sometimes severe miseries, you may experience in your life that sometimes you experience some above average misery. So we should take it that this is not bad. Actually, it's Krishna wants to take a shortcut with me. He wants to bring me closer faster. And if we take it in that mood, we can go through the misery and we can actually understand why it's there. But the basic point I wanted to make is that Krishna loves us and he always remembering us, and he always want to bring us back, basically. So that's what I was thinking about. Sorry, I was not so much on the target for the topic, because I don't really know the pastime in this area. Hare Krishna.
Prasadam's here? Okay. You hungry? Yes. Prasadam's here. Huh? No. Go talk to them. Huh?
After prasadam, you will put, right?
Yeah. We take prasadam, then we're going on the boat to Navadwip. Then we do Harinam Sankirtan. We go to Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu, then Jagannath Jaspabadi Samadhi, and then come back. There's a field every year where we have Katha there. It's just at the outskirts of Navadwip town. So we'll have the Katha there and we'll have bhajan there and some kirtan. Agni Dev's coming over. Agni Dev was here yesterday when we were in Sarabi Kund, so that will be very wonderful. We can have some bhajans and kirtan and a lot of katha, and then we'll go to the camp. It's important, try to stay together, otherwise you'll get lost. If you get lost, then you just have to go back to Mayapur. and you'll miss the camp. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. One of the senior devotees is requesting all of you that please take care of the Tulsi Maharani's in Dham. We are stepping over it, or we are leaving our slipper shoes, pushing. Yeah, please take care of the Tulsi Maharani, especially in Dham. Every time in our whole life we have to take care, but especially in Dham, Parikrama. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, we found this hat yesterday during Prasadam. Good brand. So whoever lost it probably wants it. So that either hat, if anybody lost it, it's with me.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Ram Prabhu.
Abaji.
Hari Nam Prabhu.
तीनों सौ मार कहाँ है
महाप्रसाद गोविंदे संग्रामणे वैष्णवे कल्प पुण्यमृतं राजन् निष्पादनैव जायते शरीरा विद्याजाल जड़ेन्द्रिय हताय काल जीवे फले विषय सागरे तार मध्य जीवते लोभमय दुर्मते ताके जता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय परिवारे जीव हराय स्वप्रसादन नदी लोभाय से अन्नामृत पाओ श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमेड़ा को श्री चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Welcome viewers to Sri Navadwip Mandal Parikrma. We are on the third day of Parikrama. This is the international group. We have 7 different Parikrama groups. They are traveling in different parts of the different islands. This is Koladwip. We have started this morning from Madhyadip. Last night they were at Naimisharanya. The campsite was at Naimisharanya, and then this morning we have come to the first stop, which is Panchaveni. This is a very auspicious place. We will hear about the significance of the place soon from the Maharajas. But right now I want to introduce you with some devotees who are from different countries. They're visiting for the Parikrama, and also some who live here. Now we have with us one Prabhu from Bosnia. He is Nitai Doya Prabhu. Anyone who is visiting Mayapur must have seen him always distributing books. He is a very good book distributor. So we'll ask Nitai Doya Prabhu about Parikrama. Prabhu, how many times have you been on Parikrama?
I'm not sure, maybe 20.
20, wow, wonderful. So please tell us your whatever you feel, why you want to do this Parikrama, why you do.
I hope connect for senior devotee and for holy place.
Holy place.
Yeah. And, general, I will try thinking for Lord Nityananda and Jiva Goswami is here, coming, going, have traveling, and I think he maybe also is here.
Out here, yeah. Especially when Agnidev was singing on him.
Oh,
Surabhi Kunj, it was
yes.
fantastic.
Yes, Nityananda Mahajan.
So that's why you come every year?
Yeah, my idea I will try become a serious devotee. Will try.
So what's your realization like from all this 20 years is no less, so
how many realization coming? General Gurudev give blessing for coming, for service, for everything. Very important for everybody going for holy place and connect for devotee. It's very important. I going in 4 or 5 countries, and Europe no have connect for very little connect for devotee, for holy person, very little, sometime every month.
So
like that.
In the West it's very difficult to get association of devotees or senior devotees. So this is very much wanted to be in Navadwip Mandal Parikrama for getting that association.
My idea also, I will try go look. Everybody is devotee. In Bosnia 100 devotee, Croatia 200, 1000 devotee, 10 country, like that. Here is 5,000. I think for it's like Golok. Everybody devotee, no need some calculation.
Yes.
Many time in my service in many countries need not talking direct for God, talking for yoga, meditation, exercise, like simple talking. Thank you very much.
Why don't you say something in your language?
My language.
To the Bosnian devotees, encourage the devotees who are in Bosnia to come and join for Parikrama.
Hare Krishna, drage bakte. Ne znam da li me neko gleda, ali nadam se da će gledati. Jako bi bilo povoljno za sve vas i također i za mene da iznova dolazimo na sveta mjesta, jer bez društva svetih osoba, ovdje postoji jako puno svetih osoba i bez njihovih blagoslova ne možemo upoznat šta smo mi dobili. Svjesnost Krišne na zapadu i svjesnost Krišne u Indiji su skroz dva svijeta. Jako je bitno, molim vas, učinite nešto da što je moguće češće dolazite ovdje, jer nama na zapadu nije svjesnost Krišne puno poznata. Onako, teoretski pričaju neki, gledamo u knjigama, filmovima. Međutim, dolazak na ovo sveto mjesto utiče da malo bolje upoznamo gdje je Čaitanja Mahaprabhu živio, gdje je Nityananda, šta su radili, kako su se zabavljali. U međuvremenu imamo puno svetih osoba. I jako puno. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, so much for joining us at Mayapur TV and encouraging the devotees who are watching. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. And may you have a wonderful parikrama and keep joining again every year.
Please blessing for me.
Now we will have Pushpa Gopal Prabhu from Spain, all the way. Hare Krishna, please come, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Your name?
Pushpa Gopal, Devidasi. I live in Spain, but I'm from the UK.
Okay, very nice. So please tell us why you joined Parikrama.
My main reason was because I haven't done it for so long. I've been too busy with other things, and the time came when I should join all the devotees in this ecstatic movement through Navadwip Dham and connect to Lord Chaitanya's pastimes and connect to where I'm living and live those pastimes with the devotees and also serve them, which is really important. So by Krishna's grace, I also got some service this year, serving the Prabhupada disciples. So I'm very grateful that they've come, and I hope more and more become enthused to join us. It's not that austere. There's a lot of facilities, and the devotees are feeling very comfortable. It's wonderful this year, and we thank so much the administration and management of Parikram that have done such a good job.
Anything you want to say to encourage the devotees who are
All the devotees are a bit nervous about coming on the Parikram. They might think it's too much walking, or there's so many buses. There are totos the whole way. That means there's little electric cars. There are following us the whole way, and the prasadam is wonderful. And all the devotees are so sweet and so kind. Any problem whatsoever you have, everybody's just ready to serve you. So please feel encouraged to come and don't be nervous. If it's just for a day or for a few hours, please come. I really encourage you, and I'm in my older part of life now. I'm now 60 years old, so you can imagine a 60-year-old person just decides to come on Parikram.
You're 60.
Now I'm
going to believe that.
Okay, well, I'm 60. So no, and there are people older than me. I mean, there's, a lot of people here are even more older, than me. And they're having a wonderful time on the Parikram, so please feel
it's safe.
Welcome, it's safe. We have guards who we're protected, and the night situation, even if you want to stay over, it's wonderful. I was told it's a very nice facility. Everybody's warm. Everybody's got all the facility they need. So can't be more grateful to the management for helping us with that.
I actually find the devotees who stay overnight are much more ecstatic because they're like living 24 hours in Krishna consciousness, full on. There's nothing to worry. They're free. Like somebody told me yesterday from USA, we feel free. Like we don't have anything to to carry on with us. It was like we're free.
Completely, like being in Vaikuntha. You just forget your attachments. You forget what's going on. I don't have to worry about the house, the kids, the husband. I don't have to worry about anything. There I am, just in Krishna, moving along with Krishna's movement, Krishna consciousness, and Krishna is going from Leela, to place to place, and just getting absorbed in the pastimes is the best situation you can be in this material world. There's not a better situation.
Yes. Thank you very much, Pushpa Gopal Prabhu, for joining us and encouraging. Hare Krishna. So now we have another Mataji from Croatia. Please come. She's a wonderful devotee, staying in Malaysia right now, but she's from Croatia. Amrita Gourangi Devidasi.
Hare Krishna.
So, how many times have you been on Parikrama?
I have to be honest, I lost track because I have been coming to Mayapur for many years, since 97. So I was going, some years I go, some years I don't go, so I didn't count, but many.
Yes. Okay. And also you lived in Mayapur for some time, right?
Yes, I lived in Mayapur for 6 years.
So, any difference of Parikrama then and Parikrama now?
Difference is there. I think those days it was smaller. The crowd was not so big. Number of devotees who were joining was not so big. So those days it was a bit more, in a sense, a bit more intimate, a bit more, there was more feeling of family, community, because you got to know very fast, you got to know most of the devotees, and there was this nice connection. Not that it's missing now, but it's just now it's so grand, so it's a bit more challenging maybe to develop this sense of closeness with everybody. I mean, of course, you meet few devotees, you become, that is nice part also, that you meet devotees from all over the world. And you get to know different devotees, establish new relationships, new connections. Yes, but there is a difference from previous years.
Anything you would like to say to encourage devotees who have not come or not able to come or wish to come? You want to encourage them some other, any realizations to share?
I definitely share same conviction as Navadwip Prabhu, who was telling that it is very important for us to kind of connect back with the essence of Krishna consciousness, because living in the Western world, in big cities, going to work, getting entangled in so many aspects of Maya, of illusion, all the enticements that are around us over there. I feel my personal experience and from observing other devotees also that determination in Krishna consciousness slowly reduces, drops a bit. So when you are here, you suddenly jump to 100% because you are forced to do that, because you are surrounded, all your senses are engaged in Krishna consciousness and you cannot avoid it. It's kind of forced on you, in a good way of course. So when we go back, that slowly reduces. So coming here yearly, we always say, we hear many times, we come to recharge our batteries, to rejuvenate ourselves in a spiritual sense. So I think, personally, I think it's essential. I know it's expensive for devotees from many parts of the world, so it helps, Mayapur TV helps to connect at a distance. But as much as possible, not every year, maybe every 5 years, every 2-3 years, but somehow have that meditation, have that intention of saving up some money and coming. It's definitely not a loss, it's not a waste, and I'm sure that Gauranga will replenish the finances later on, and the spiritual benefit that they will get is just, it cannot be compared to anything. It's priceless.
Thank you so much, Amrita Gaurangi Devidasi, for sharing your valuable and very wonderful realizations with the viewers who are watching Mayapur TV, and being with us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So here we are with the international party devotees from all different countries. I was told yesterday that there are 22 countries, devotees from 22 countries participating in this group. But it's so wonderful to just think that we have 7 groups, so chanting and dancing and kirtan and this parikrama is going on by ISKCON devotees, at least in all 7 islands at the same time. It's a wonderful feeling to be part of the Bhaktivinoda Thakur's prediction of chanting Jai Sachinandan together, the Bengalis, and with their foreign brothers and sisters. It's such a wonderful feeling to be part of that prediction. So anyway, now there is prasadam. Devotees are taking prasadam. Unless we find some more interviews, we will be after taking prasadam, we will be heading by boat. Once again, after many years, we have the boats arranged. We'll be going by boat to Navadwip Ghat, and from there we'll have a wonderful Nam Sankirtan through the streets of Navadwip, and then we will be visiting Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu and Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj's Samadhi. So please stay tuned and take darshan and take advantage. Hare Krishna. We are in Koladwip. Hare Krishna. The island of Padasevanam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Today, breakfast prasadam sponsored by Ras Vilas Prabhu. He is from US. He is here with us in Parikrama. And he is requesting to chant Haribol for his son's spiritual upliftment. His son is very small boy. His name is Divyam. So all of us once will chant Haribol. Haribol! Where we throw the pattal, remnant leaf plates, there itself water is provided. हो गया आपका? हाँ, कोई जो ट्रक है ना ट्रक। Remnant leaf plates will be thrown just beside the temple where the announcement is going on. That where there is one truck, blue truck, water tank it is. So water is there, and there itself you throw the pattal, remnant leaf plates. Everybody has to throw there only, no other place, otherwise it will become dirty. For the other parties, they will not have good place.
I'll just bring my bag to you. No worries, I'll come.
I'm also very waiting for some.
Bring this down.
No, it's not about
Recording, man, recording.
Govardhan Prabhu.
रहे हैं कि आपको
सात दिन चला जाবে ছবি তো ওখানে টিকে আসছে
আমার ক্যামেরা কেউ মুছবি না বলে দিলাম
ক্যামেরা তুমি যখন সকালে জ্বালালাম ঠিকই ছিল তুমি আমার নামে কি করে দোষ দাও কালকে রাতে মুছলাম যখন ঠিকই ছিল
এত করিস সব এবার কোনো কাজ হবে না ভেঙে ভেঙে শেষ করছিস
ক্যামেরাটা তখন খারাপ
করবে তো এই হনুমানের হাতে দিয়েছো তুমি সব লোহা
Yes.
Thank you. Nice. Thank you very much.
राइस को तो चलो
मैं तो हमेशा अभी नहीं सुना है दूसरे गाते हुए
একদম সত্যি সত্যি
जो पत्थर फेंकने गई थी
সব যে যার জায়গায় চলে গেছে দেখেন ধামে অবতরণ করেছে না তার আগে তুমি কোথায় যাবে ওখানে माताजी वही माताजी कहाँ है
When in Mayapur, don't forget to have this Rasgulla, okay? It's very good. Gauranga.
लड़की आगे जाएगी
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, there is separate line. Mataji, please go the Mataji's line and Prabhuji go for Prabhuji's line. Please make a line. It's a very current, Ganga, very carefully make line and slowly go to board. Hare Krishna. चौका क्या अपन जागरूकता समझ होगा और क्या है ताकि एक्शन समझ जाएगा so here go there will be class by the holiness Jai Pataka don't go into the boat please be seated
माती के डाक हाँ हाँ माटी को আমি বলছি ভাঙবে শোনো পাথর নেই সব জায়গায় আছে
So nicely, all wasn't here? Sound wasn't here?
Yeah.
So here we are standing at the bank of Panchaveni. Panchaveni is considered the most auspicious place after Radhakund in his entire creation. Please have nice darshan of Panchaveni. The devotees are all lined up now to go on the boats. The boats will go all the way to Navadwip. Please have a darshan of Panchaveni.
আর এই
আমরা চলে যাচ্ছি সরি
ওর ভিতরে একটা আমরা উপর থেকে বেরিয়ে যাবো না আমরা
দিনো দাদা 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 হরি ওটা এখানে দে আমার কাছে কিচ্ছু নেই কিচ্ছু কি করতে পারবো না হ্যাঁ আমি দিনবন্ধু আছি না একসঙ্গে কি হয়েছে তুই আসবি আমি বন্ধু